Can you hear me, Kelly? I can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
You think it's the
I don't know. It's input. You can test it. What?
testing 1, 2, 3? You want?
I don't know how to get out and test our volume. Can he hear you?
Can you hear me, Kelly? Let's see.
I hear feedback. I just don't hear him. He said, wait a minute. It's freezing. You know, oh, he's sending Larry directions. Shake your head. I think he's asking, can you
Check one. No,
Now we
Yeah.
hear you.
you can hear.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can hear. All right, I can't hear you. So hang on. You do have your mic on, right?
Far as I know.
All right, now speak again.
Hello? Testing
Right
1,
now.
2. Testing 1, 2.
I can't hear you. So hang on. Hang on a minute. Let's see here. But you can hear me.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. All right. So we got half the battle done, right?
Yeah.
So give me a sec here. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on. Check 1, 2. Checking 1, 2. I still can't hear it. Speak.
Hello? Check 1, 2.
Gotcha.
Check
All
1, 2.
right. Gotcha, RC.
All right.
We cooking with grease now. Okay.
All right.
All right. So now we got to bring in Larry. So let me close this, and then we'll minimize that. So what do you see? you just see me? That's it?
I see you, and then over here on the right, I see me and I see you.
Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. So I guess there it is right there. You see this I'm clicking on? Can you tell what
Yeah.
I'm doing?
A little
All
bit.
right. All right. So LM's coming in here.
All right.
Uh,
There he is.
you see him?
Yeah.
Hang on just a second. I've got another Zoom. I have one set up, I guess. So Larry, you're in here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, there you are right there. All right, cool.
No, I don't see my.
You don't see your face?
Wait a minute. Now I do. Yeah.
You should be off to the side.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
All right. So now I got to figure out how to get you guys over here in this screen. So when we go live, people can see all three of us. So let me figure out, let me see, how do I do that?
Now, so what I'm looking at, and I'm using my phone rather than a laptop.
Right.
And so what, if you slide the screen back and forth on at least you're using a PC or something?
Yeah, I'm on my laptop.
Okay, well,
and
that'll be a little different.
Yeah. So there's got to be a way to do this. Hang on just a minute. Let me go back. Well, there's the controls right there.
Okay.
Can y'all, let's see. So Randy's coming in. I like his picture a whole lot better. I guess because you're on the phone, Larry.
Larry, can you turn your phone?
Yeah,
and
landscape.
Yeah, that's better.
All right, I can't see it, but unless you start talking. So I need to be able to see y'all all the time, whether you're talking or not. So let me see how I do
There's
that.
a setting on there somewhere, Kelly. I know. I can't remember what it is. I've used Zoom a few times.
Would it be in video? Would it be in video settings?
Could be. You just have to kind of look around, and I forget what they call it. It's kind of like the Brady Bunch screen.
Oh, yeah, right. Where they're tiled, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm in the video right now, and
Can you click and drag?
what was that now? Click and drag?
Can you click and drag?
I don't know. Let me see. Always display participant names on the video. Always show video preview dialog when joining a video meeting. Hide non-video participants. See myself as the active speaker. I'm gonna try to see what advanced is here. Nothing. What about, let's see. Got to be a way to do this. I mean, I know there's a way to do this. I just got to figure it out.
Well, you're working on that. I'm gonna get our laptop, and maybe I can call in on a laptop and help you out.
Yeah. If you can look at it, two sets of eyes is better than one.
Yeah.
Side by side mode. I wonder what that is.
Is that it?
See, hang on. Let me see what that did. No. Let me go back. Share. Advanced sharing. Multiple. Oh, here we go. Multiple participants can share simultaneously. So I think, well, no. Let me try something else here. If I can shrink myself to there, and then I lost y'all though. Andy, can you speak for just a minute?
Hello?
All right, so I'm still not picking you up. I don't see you.
You don't see me?
No, I don't. Oh, there you are. There you are. There you are. All right, so I'm gonna bring you in here like this. You see what? Oh, you just went away again.
Okay.
Yeah, keep talking. You'll come on.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3.
Still don't see you for whatever reason.
I'm still up
Somebody
here at
give
this
me
little
a
screen.
check.
Pardon? Let's see. Okay, all right. Let me see what the deal is. Show grid video, show thumbnail video. All right, so no, that's me. I don't want to show me. I see everybody here. Oh, wow. Hey, there's all three of us right there. And I
Yeah.
wonder if I can expand the size of this. Is that right there? Stop video chat, pin, make host, rename, make it bigger. I just lost everybody again. There you are. So you see me moving this around? Can you see me doing that? Moving it from left to
No.
right? You don't see it? All right. Let's see what we got here. And now there's a way I can get it where I can see all three of you, but we're in portrait mode. I got me on top. I got Randy in the middle and Larry at the bottom. I don't know what y'all are seeing.
On the right here, on my computer screen, I'm on top, you're in the middle, and Larry Jr.'s on the bottom.
So there again, I'm using the iPhone, which is very different than what y'all are using on the computer.
Right.
Very simple on the iPhone, but you can't use the iPhone because you've got special software that you're using to record and so forth. So
And
what
go
I'm
live.
seeing, so what I'm seeing, I can choose. Like what I've got right now is 3 video pictures. You in my upper right corner, me just to the left of you, and then Randy right below. And they're equal size. If there was a 4th person, they would be in the black rectangle below. But I can scroll or slide over, and then I get basically your. Oh, wait a minute, that's your computer screen. Now I don't know if I can look at it and tell you what you choose.
Yeah, I just saw something here. Let me see. I just saw there's
so small.
I need to okay. There's the OBS camera. I wonder if that did anything or not. Yeah, I'm real small now for some reason. All right, let me do this. What if I get any bigger when I do that? Well, when I do the screen, did I get any bigger?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You're filling up the whole screen now.
Filling up the whole screen now. Okay. And you can't see anybody else.
Larry just left the picture.
Yeah.
Well, that's I'm trying to figure out how to get on my. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We hear you good.
Yeah, my camera, I've got it kind of jacked up a little bit here. So give me just a minute. Keep doing what you're doing. I think what's going to, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so Randy, can you enlarge yourself too? I'm just wondering.
I think you're going to have to do it on your end, Kelly.
Yeah.
I can pin.
Well, let's try this.
And I can't see. Are you moving, Randy?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So I just wondered what it did when you pin it. So I got all right, and then let me pin Larry. Add a pin. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that's going to work. So I mean, what I thought, way I envisioned this is, I'm gonna have a backdrop, and it's going to be something, like Georgia Bulldog related, whether it's a G or a Bulldog or whatever. And then I wanted to impose us onto that. you know, so you see us, and then you see that backdrop, but you only see us. You don't see anything what's behind, like that light, all that lighting behind you, Randy.
Yeah.
All I want to see is just you. And
That light out.
there's a way to do that, but I'm still working on trying to figure that out. I don't know if I'll be able to do it to y'all. I know I can do it where it looks like that because I'm right here at the PC and it's connected.
Right.
I'm not sure how it's going to work to get y'all like that. So that's something I'm working on. There's so much this OBS will do. It's incredible.
Hey, Kelly.
Yes.
All right, I'm getting ready to log out
Okay.
from the meeting and then log back in on my PC.
Okay. All right.
So you're going to have to let me in about 30 to 45 seconds.
All right. Right.
All right.
So I can tell you, I've got this app for the Mevo camera, right? And I can do stuff like this just with it.
Right.
I can blow it up, you know, or whatever like that. But so you're using the camera that's on your laptop, Randy?
Yes.
Okay. The webcam. Is it integrated in the laptop itself, or is it a separate unit?
No, it's in the laptop.
It is. I just wonder, there's got to be a way to do this where all three of us, because right now, see, I pinned it. So you're not disappearing when you're not talking like you were a while ago. So when Larry comes back, I'm going to pin him. And then I'm hoping it'd be nice if I could put it off to the side instead of right up under there.
Right.
You know? But I'd be happy with this, you know, without that, without that backdrop. I'm working on a logo now, and I was in the middle of that when y'all logged back in. But yeah, I'm working on a logo, and I'm on. If I could find one more piece, I could put it together right now and show you guys. What it looks like. What just a draft, you know, it's nothing. All right, let's see. So now I've got, that's not going to work for that one. That picture's not going to work. I'll have to get rid of that one. Oh, Larry's wanting to get back in. He's knocking on the door, Andy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I got him. He should be with us here in just a minute. Right there. Well, I see a picture, but I don't see a video. Let's see, I'm gonna add a pin, I guess, there. So I got all three of us together, and I guess you're seeing the same thing, right?
No.
You don't see Larry at the bottom there?
Yeah, you're talking about over here on the right.
Well, I guess I've got him muted. Let me unmute him. I guess I got him muted. Let me see.
I think I had myself muted. Can you hear me okay right now?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay.
We don't have a video of you though, Larry.
All right, well, hang on. Let me start my video. Okay, you should have it now.
Yes. All right, good.
All right.
Now I wish I could run these. I don't particularly like the vertical portrait, you know, format.
Let me ask you something. Is what you're searching for
wait, here we go. Check this out. What about that? Can y'all see that?
No.
Okay.
Well, we each have to select our own. So
Actually got all three of y'all. I've got Larry, myself on top and Randy, and then you're right below us. Larry.
Me on top, you below me, and then Larry.
Okay, so you still got the portrait.
Yeah.
So if you can, I've got the ability to enlarge that area the three of us are in. So if you start enlarging it, then it starts spreading us out. So I'm gonna make it even a little bigger and see what happens.
For some reason, I've really jacked things up here. Hang on a minute.
We still see you and hear you.
Yeah, it's just that. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what it is now. Shoot, come on now. Ah.
So let's see here. I'm working on a logo, Larry. I was telling Randy just a minute ago, and I've just about got it done. I was working on it when y'all were when y'all woke back up or wherever you were doing, and let's see. You know, a lot of these files, I've got files and it doesn't have a name on it, so I got no freaking clue what it is.
Kelly?
Yeah.
I got to go take some medicine real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're going to be just fine tuning stuff here and trying to get it. So I'm recording this. We'll be able to see what it looks like. And then I can go on Facebook and do a test. So it'll be at the Sergeant Dog Production page, but nobody will be able to see it except for us. So I want to get that set up so we can just see how it looks. But let me see if I can, I don't know what that is. I don't want that. Picture of myself. Let me see here. No. I had a G and I had a bulldog, and I'm just trying to find them now. Oh yeah, I think, no, that's not them. Oh, well, there's one, but it's a Cedartown bulldog. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool though. If I could get a Georgia bulldog like this, all right, I'm gonna show y'all what I got here. It's pretty cool. Like I said, if I could find a, wait a minute, I gotta do something else. Yeah, before I get out of here, there's one more thing I need to do. And that's, let's see, background. And there's a way. Let's see, hang on. There's a way to control the opacity. That's it. That's the background. Let me see if I can import as image. Is everybody doing all right? Any mask?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm messing around with a few things here.
Okay, that's fine.
So you keep doing what you're doing.
Done with that there. Now I'm going to share this. Files. I want to save it to Google Drive. There, save. All right, so I'm going to try to bring this up. Let's see. Get out of this now. I might be able to bring it up on the feed here. Let me see. There. Eight, 9, 8. Today's the 18th, right?
It's 19.
19th, sorry. Yeah. So I'm looking for a file. It says today right there, but it's not coming up. So it's not accepting that image. Let me get out of that. Go back, click slide.
So that's there it is right there.
It's still not.
Larry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You're real backlit because of the windows behind you.
Yeah,
And
you need.
it's hard
Yeah,
to see your
definitely.
face.
Yeah, I'm going to address that when as Kelly's working on some stuff on his end, I am mine as well. So I'll address that in a minute.
That's fine. Just,
Let me know. Okay.
as pretty as you are, we won't be able to see you.
Well,
Uh,
let's see, where is
the
oh, wait a minute, there? No.
Google
Ah,
stream. There it is right there. All right. So, okay. Now I believe I can bring it in
Okay.
to see. Share. Is it share? No. Back. Is it export as images? All right.
That a little bit better, guys?
yeah,
Much better.
much
Well,
better.
Did you go outside?
No, I just switched around the table. The way I had it before, it was the screen was behind me, and it's a beautiful sunshiny, day here, but it was just creating too much backlight, so I just turned around and put the brick wall behind me.
All right. So now I should have this picture. There it is right there. It's got a black background right now, but I'm gonna see how it looks when I go back to Evo. All right, so click there.
So, Kelly, while you're doing that, let me ask you again. So I'm assuming that the effect that you're looking for, pardon me, is simply all three of us on the screen. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
The three of us
So-
on the screen. Yes. I mean, like this right here. I'm recording this, so you'll be able to see I hope you'll be able to see what it looks like.
Well, but let me ask you this. What are you seeing on your screen? Are you seeing your equalizer and where it says multi-streaming, YouTube, Kelly
Yeah.
O'Neill, and so forth?
Let me shoot you a
That is-
picture. Let me shoot you a picture of what I'm looking at.
All right. You will send it by iPhone?
Yes, I am. I'm going to send
Okay,
it to
all right.
the group message.
Yeah. Okay.
So that let me send that to you, to all of you. As soon as you get that, that's what I'm looking at. So now I'm fixing to load this up, and boom. So what do you think about that?
That actually looks pretty good.
Man, that looks awesome, dude.
And it's backwards though, doesn't it? And it looks like it's backwards to me. It's got blood dogs, Post game.
No, it's not backwards on my screen. It may be backwards on yours, but not on mine.
Yeah. So I was just trying to come up with some kind of logo for us. But see, that's got a C in it right there. There's another one for Cedartown.
You need the G right there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got one somewhere, but anyway.
So here's my observation, what I'm thinking maybe. So when I'm looking at what you sent me, first of all, I want to send back to you what I'm looking at. Mine is adjustable. So I'm not worried about it on my end. Hang on, man.
You spinning around? Let me look at it right there. You spinning around?
Oh,
just
well, no,
around.
I'll just send it to you real quick in the way you just sent me one.
All right.
Okay, there you go. Let me know when you get that.
So while we're trying to work out these little details, how do y'all want to do this? Like, when we go live, do we want to, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of roles we're going to be playing. You know what I mean? So we're not stepping on each other's toes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like being a moderator, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But, and y'all, man, I'm gonna tell you, y'all know a whole lot more about Georgia Bulldogs than I know. Hey, what's up?
Hey, he can't hear you because I got on my headset. They ask you
okay.
what's up.
Nothing much. I just been watching some NFL football and following some fantasy.
So how's Cleveland doing? Did they?
Y'all talking about the Georgia game?
He's asked about Cleveland. Chubb scored a touchdown.
Chubb scored. Roquan got a pick 6.
Oh yeah, Roquan got a really good looking. Yeah, he got a real good.
58-yard pick 6.
He picked 6. Joe Burrows.
Wow.
Yeah, you need to watch a highlight on that later on.
Yeah.
It really looked cool.
Well, I want to watch the Georgia game again.
He returned it for like 60 yards.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I got a good look at the Georgia game, to be honest with you. I was just kind of like running around all over the place. But anyway, I want to watch it again. But I'm going to tell you, based on what I saw yesterday, well, first of all, I know Florida's going to give us more of a game than what I originally thought. But secondly, I don't see anything special about Alabama. I mean, of course they're Alabama. I mean, that's given. But the quarterback sure didn't step up too well, did he? I mean, past quarterbacks have done a lot better, I believe, in that game than what he did.
Well,
yeah, I guess my thoughts are that he did more than well enough to do his part in winning the game. As far as, are you talking about Alabama's quarterback or Florida?
Yeah, Bryce Young. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Alabama.
Young.
Right.
Yeah, and he's still only 3 games into his first year for starting. So I mean, you kind of want to think positive about the Dogs, that if they do make it to Atlanta to face Bama, the Dogs are going to be better. But in reality, Bama's going to be better. I guess for me, the way I'm looking at the season is that hang on, man, I got a message on the screen.
Oh, hey.
Is that basically it's boiling down to 4 games. Well, make that, let's see, 5 games left for the Dogs to win a national championship. And they can only stumble once in the next 2, and that being Auburn. When the season started, I said this was a 5-game season for Georgia.
Right.
And that's assuming that they're not upset. I mean, if they're upset, that just throws everything into a crazy free fall.
Right.
But so those 5 games were Clemson, Florida, assumably Bama in the championship game, and then the 2 CFP games. Well, we got by Clemson, but now Auburn on the road is looking not like a mail it in at all.
No.
And so I think what it boils down to now is Auburn, Florida. So it's still 5: Auburn, Florida, Alabama, and the 2 CFP games. All the other games, you got to assume if these dogs are championship worthy,
Yeah.
they don't lose to anybody else. Now they can lose to Auburn, still beat Florida,
I'd hate
and
to see that.
still get everything they want. That's my initial thoughts.
All right, so I'm looking at this picture that you sent to me, Larry, and you can see my audio mixer. You see
Right,
my,
but keep in mind, and that's the point I was going to try to make to you. Now, I'm assuming, Randy, do you only have 3 images of us on your screen?
Yes.
Okay, so all I got to do, Kelly, is what I'm getting ready to do. That part that shows you a part of your screen, I'm
Yes.
sliding that off of my screen. Let's see how far I can take it. All right, it's only let me take it so far. So there's a way for me to completely get rid of it. But right now, I'll take another video, and I mean, not video, but another pic to show you what I'm seeing. All right, so I just sent the updated one, and that allowed me to drag part of your
See that.
part of your master.
yeah, yours is the
frame.
full screen. You got the full screen. Is that the way yours looks, Randy? Have you got the full screen on your laptop?
No.
See, oh, you don't? You got
No.
just a smaller. Can you enlarge it to take in the whole screen?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to.
Well, and I guess here's the point that I would make to you, Kelly. What Randy and I see on our end is, for the most part, immaterial. As long as
Yeah,
we're
I
seeing
know.
you and hearing you, what's
Right.
important is what's happening on your end, because you're recording it. And so
Yes.
my question, based upon what that image that you sent me, it looks like, if I'm seeing it correctly, because there's a red, well, I don't know if that's what that is not. My point being, that 3-way screen, I mean, 3-frame screen that looks like it has a red border around it.
Right. You don't see
You're
anymore.
going to need to know whether that's all the only thing is being recorded, or if the whole screen is being recorded. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like is what you sent me is your actual screen. Then when you're recording it, it's going to show your equalizer. It's going to show you that little blue box that says multi-streaming. You obviously don't want that. But I don't know that you have to get rid of all that on your screen, as long as what you're recording is simply our 3 frames. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. And you see, well, I wonder if there's something I can do with that background. That, you know, so I see myself and then Randy on top and you're below us, like center below us. Well, there's a lot of area that's just kind of black around that, you know, so I'm wondering if I can do some kind of backdrop. Yeah. A logo or something back there, just to enhance it a little bit. But another thing, so I've got this device that I installed onto my audio interface that will allow calls. So I'm wondering, Larry, you're using your phone. Randy, could you?
No. I'm back on my laptop.
Okay.
I'm not on my phone.
So could you? Let me make sure that before we do that, let me make sure that I am. Bluetooth into, you should be able to call my number, but what you want to do probably is mute the sound, the speaker on your laptop, because it might get some reverb with you on the phone and on that at the same time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But we can try it without that first, just to see how it does. But if you'll call me on my cell phone, if you'll call me, just call me on my cell phone.
All right, and I'm going to mute myself here.
Yes. So what I thought would, you know, if we had some, you know how like Paul, there you are right there. All right. So can you hear me, Larry, through the phone? can't hear you. Hang
Can't
on.
hear him at all now.
No, but yeah, hang on. Let's see. Oh, I got him muted. All right. What about now? No. No. Let's see. That's going to the phone. Oh, I know what it is. Let me see. Now can we hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yes,
10-4.
we can.
And I can hear myself because I've got my mic muted on my laptop, but I still can hear you guys through my head coming through the computer. So I'm actually hearing myself as I'm talking.
Right. So what I was saying a while ago was, Feinbaum's got some regular callers that call in on every show. He's got, somebody, I don't know. They don't all call in on every show, but he's got some regular callers. So, I figure it'll probably last about an hour. You think? I don't know that we need to set a time limit, but you could expect it to at least go an hour. I think the show.
Yeah.
And if we have like 4 people to call in, like if we had somebody that could call in and give us a Braves update, or have somebody call in, with
Be glad to call in.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. That'd be great. If we could have him call in, like, every week, he could call in, and I've got a couple of guys around here that are eager to help as well. So we could have 3, and then we need 1 more. But I'm sure we could. But what I'm thinking is, it's going to start off slow. We're not going to have a ton of people watching it, but if we can make it interesting, more people, and make it fun, make it interesting and fun. I think we'll have some people start joining. I think it's good. What was that? Did you just hang up, Larry?
Yeah. Is that okay? I went ahead and reconnected through the laptop.
Did you just hang up, Larry?
Yeah. Did you need me to stay on?
I can't hear you at all now, Larry.
I can hear him.
Not at all.
Okay. Did you mute me earlier? I think you did.
Nope. I lost you.
Larry, Randy, tell him to unmute
Now
me.
I got you. Now I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have to remind myself there's settings. This is like a 4-channel mixer, a little mixer. And 2 of them, one of them will control the volume coming from the phone calls.
Yeah.
And the other, like channel 3 does that. Channel 4 controls the volume coming from the laptop. To my headphones, so I can monitor it. But anyway, so
Kelly?
Yeah.
Can I address the formatting issue you were talking about?
Yeah.
I do think that as a moderator, you should be the drive point.
Right.
And when people call in, you can't let them ramble. And
oh no,
I'm not saying that will happen initially, but when you start getting people that really don't know us calling in and they just want to be seen and heard, you're going to have to
I'll cut them off. Yeah, if they
and
start.
the same goes for Larry Jr. and I. If we're trying to respond to a question or we're trying to express an opinion, we need to get to the point quickly.
Right. Just don't get off in the weeds.
Pardon me?
We don't need to get off in the weeds.
Exactly. People get bored with that.
Oh yeah. It's just filler stuff, that doesn't really have any value to it. I think everything that we give, everything that we talk about has to have some value with it, or people are not going to watch.
Right.
So like, for instance, when we start the show off, of course, I'll do the introductions and all that stuff, but then I would want, you guys would need to come in with something to start the show off. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling here trying to think.
If you introduced me and Larry and said, what did y'all think of the game?
Right.
And he said,
Yeah.
what was your first impression, Randy? And I said, what was Kirby Smart thinking about?
Yeah.
Putting
Yeah.
Bennett in the game when
Okay.
Daniel throwing the ball all over the field. What was he thinking about? And then,
Very valid.
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Well, and one of the things that I would suggest that we do is, as Randy said, we will acknowledge and you will accept the full responsibility of being the moderator. And so it's up to you to keep the conversation going, screen control collars and all that. But also, I think it'd be helpful, Randy, well, for all three of us, is ahead of time, take a piece of paper a few minutes ahead of time and jot down some topics, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Like the one that you brought up. Hey, guys, let's talk a little bit about what do you think Kirby was thinking about putting in Bennett when he did? Do y'all agree or disagree about that? And then we'll banter that around.
Right.
And then every once in a while, you might say, maybe I hadn't had much to say, or Randy hadn't much to say. You might say, hey, Randy, what are some of your, what's one of the ideas that you had, or one of your thoughts you had about the game, or question about the game? Just something that we've all got enough things on our paper,
right,
that there's not any dead space. There's not any dead time where we're kind of looking at each other like, well, what are we talking about now?
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than shooting from the hip.
Right. Yeah, I have 2 pages of notes here. And the game. I don't work, y'all, and I don't go nowhere. So I'm bored all the time.
I hear you. So I was,
Yeah, Shauna said to me, she said, why don't you guys do this during the week? And I said, because those guys got jobs.
Right.
I think it's more relevant if you get it as soon as possible, right after the game.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. If it's not Saturday night, at least Sunday.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe an early Sunday morning show.
That works for me.
The only problem there is you're not going to get as many people because most people sleep in.
Yeah.
But late at night, that's. The last ball game is not over. If you want to wait till the West Coast teams are done, it's not over till after midnight.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe we do now what we could do is after the last SEC game, which would be just like last night when I think Auburn and Penn State went past Georgia and South Carolina. Yeah. So what right after the last, if we could do it right after the last SEC game, and that's probably going to be about 10:30 or 11, isn't it? Somewhere around 11 o'clock, you think?
Yeah.
Because it usually, I think it's going to be around 11. So we could do it then. We might get more people engaged if we do it then. Just like we were saying earlier, the more relevant it is, and the closer you are to time-wise when the game ended, the more people I think are going to want to share, because it's fresh on their mind and they're still a little bit fired up about the game. After they sleep on it, they might say, I don't care nothing about it the next day, but we might have a better, that's just my thinking. If y'all might have a better or another idea, I don't know.
Well, and I suggest maybe just because, at least with the family dynamic that I have, is maybe we can just kind of take it on a week-to-week basis. So, if the Dawgs like next week have a noon kickoff, then and you can look at the schedule, and maybe Missouri playing Arkansas is the last SEC game of the day. We don't have to wait for that one to be over.
Right.
But the other thing I was thinking along those same lines, Kelly, is the Sergeant Dog Productions that you have on Facebook. I can't remember. Do people have to join that?
I have to like it. They just have to like it. Yeah.
Okay. So I if I'm not mistaken, in the Facebook feed, or not feed, but the notification, whenever you've been live or anything like that, it notifies me
Yes. Right.
of that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, once you determine and you've cleared it with Randy and I,
Yeah.
it's whatever time of the week that we communicate, and you say, hey guys, how does Saturday at 7 o'clock sound? And then we agree that's a good time for us, for, whether it's this Saturday or whenever. Then you post ahead of time in the week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can say Blood Dogs or whatever we end up calling ourselves. And it wouldn't necessarily be a schedule. What you'd say is, this coming Saturday, we'll be going live with a post-game analysis at 7 o'clock for the Georgia Vandy game. Well, the next week, it might be later, it may be sooner, but they get the notification a few days before, and then they'll know that that's, if they want to participate, that's when they can. Because I know with me, it's not going to be, I probably won't be able to commit to an exact time every single time.
Right. I think it's the same for all of us, really, except for Randy.
Yeah. And yeah. But like I say, with the game being noon sometimes, 3:30 other times, 7 o'clock other time, the 7 o'clock game, that might be one that we want to go ahead and push off to Sunday afternoon.
Right.
But we do want, Larry, to at least give ourselves a little time after the fourth game to
digest.
Like I said, collect a few notes.
Digested it, yeah.
Digest it and collect a few notes. Now, Shauna, yesterday during the game, she took notes for me. My hands don't work very good, and so my handwriting is terrible. But she took some notes for me and even posed several questions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear them. I'm just curious.
All right. Let's see. Let me get in my phone.
Hey, before you start, Randy, let me ask Kelly to do something. Kelly, move your mouse around and tell me if you see an icon at the bottom of your screen that says share screen and it's green or whatever the color is.
Let's see. Share screen that's green.
Well, regardless of what color it might be, do you see anything that says share screen?
Yeah, let's see. I do. I got full screen mode, maximize window, maintain current size, scale to fit, shared content to zoom window.
Okay, click on the one that says share content to zoom window.
Share content to zoom window. I've got that. Well, I got one that says scale to fit shared content to zoom window. That's clicked.
Okay, unclick that.
Click it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you notice the difference when I did that?
No, because see, and maybe it's still on my end to get rid of it, but I've still got a portion of your main screen on my screen that I haven't figured out how to get rid of. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it's on your end. It's not bothering me at all. As long as I think one of the biggest things, besides checking the audio, over this test recording you're doing, is whether or not people are going to see just us three boxes, which is what Randy has, or see something like I have, which has that little, partial screen of yours, or were they going to see everything on your screen, including that little box that you've got that shows the three of us? That's yet to be determined.
Right.
So anyway, go ahead, Randy, with your question.
Well, our first question obviously was about Kirby putting Bennett in, pulling Daniels and putting Bennett in after Daniels had two drives in a row that Georgia scored. And Daniels was looking sharp.
Right.
And her question really is, when you do that, does that interrupt the rhythm of the offense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. It does. I mean, it has to. So that's a very valid question, I think. I think Kirby's pretty. He's loyal to Bennett because he's a damn good dog, you know, and he went away, come back, and he stepped in the trenches when he needed him. So I think he did that, maybe put him in just to do it, just because he did so well in the game before. You think? I don't know.
Well, there's been a couple of things said about it already online, and this has been my takeaway. And especially after reading, I didn't really question that much when it happened, to be honest with you. But especially so after I read kind of what Kirby was thinking, including his own words. First of all, you got to keep in mind it's to South Carolina. I don't think in any way, shape, or form Kirby was ever worried about losing this game in the truest sense of the word. I'm sure he wasn't thinking about losing it 2 years ago either, but this is a little bit different. What I understood from him and what other people read was that throughout the week, he wanted to address with his two quarterbacks, especially the quarterback situation. And much like Kelly said, in terms of Bennett being a damn good dog and the loyalty that he has because of that reason, and keep in mind Bennett's performance last week was, you can't overstate how well he did last week. And there was even reason to believe coming in this game that UAB might have been better than South Carolina. Now, I think South Carolina proved that wasn't true, but coming in, it was reasonable to think they weren't going to be any, they weren't going to upset Georgia. So what Kirby did is he sat them down. He said, guys, here's the plan. All right, JT, we're starting you.
Yeah, so it was already
that makes
set.
sense if JT is healthy, because that's the horse you got to ride to the national championship. I think even Kirby recognized that. At the same time, I'm sure he probably is thinking, hey, Bennett, man, great job last week. Yeah, you may not get to play tomorrow, or if you do, we'll put you in mop-up duty. I think it was a bit of a reward to say we're going to put you in at a time that wasn't just mop-up. Inherently, Randy, I agree, and just even like Kelly said, it does mess up the flow, but you can afford to do that against South Carolina. I don't think he's going to do that. Pre-plan, because he told him pre-plan 2-1. He said, JT, I'm going to give you 2 series, and then I'm going to give you 1. Well, if you remember, that's what he did with Bennett and Beck last week, 2-1. So I think you got to look at it for what it was for South Carolina. What does Bennett do? He comes in, throws the pick. He didn't go back to 2-1. No. I'm convinced that Bennett, if Bennett hadn't thrown that pick, especially if he'd have thrown a strike like he did the previous week, they'd have been doing 2-1, 2-1. Yeah. Because there's some value there if you're going to win the game anyway, and you're getting your backup some really serious continual playing time. So when you do need him, he doesn't come in completely cold and hadn't really played any serious snaps the last 2 or 3 games. That's my take on it.
Well, and I think you're spot on there, Larry. It does make sense that it was pre-planned because, I don't know that he would have done it other than having it that way, because JT, just like Randy said, he was on a roll, and I thought he had a good rhythm going. And that's kind of what I think that's what at least me and Randy, I think Larry didn't, you said you didn't think about it too much, but when he put him in, I was going, why are you doing this? Why you want to stop this rhythm that they have? And it only makes sense that it was pre-planned, that he was going to say, he probably told him, JT, you're going to play the first couple of sets. And then I'm going to bring in Bennett because I owe it to him.
He might not have said it that way, but that's what he meant. Yeah.
Right. What he's going to say is he earned it. He earned the right to get to play in this game from the last game. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. And then when he threw that interception, it was like, well,
no, you're not.
And and that's kind of the way Bennett's been too, you know, throughout his career. He can go out there and light them up. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if it's got to do with pressure from the line, if it's the defense that's causing him to do, if it's a mental thing with him. I don't know. You know, he just, well, he can just light it up in one game and another game and just stink it. You know, it's,
well, I think that what I was glad to see, regardless of him putting in Bennett or not, was I was worried all week that we were going to not start JT again for another week or two.
yeah,
me too.
Let's go in against Arkansas. And so I was happy to see JT out there in the, you know, to start the game. And also, to me, he established I'm the dog. I'm QB1 right off the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
His passes were, he was throwing lasers out there. He was making good decisions, and he was driving them down the field. And then, you know, the long ball that he unloaded to what's his name? Hold on.
Burton caught
Mitchell?
one, right?
Burton, yeah.
Mitchell
It was a 43-yard pass.
That was one.
Which
yeah.
one?
Yeah. To
Was
Burton.
it Burton? Burton,
Yeah.
yeah.
Burton, yeah.
I mean, he did that with deliberateness, you know, and calmness. And I think that's going to go a long way towards really settling down the entire offense going forward.
Right.
We know he's the man. We know that we can count on JT. And I think that was really important that we establish that before we get into real tense conference play.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And, you know, back to Bennett's pick, you know, I mean, you also got to kind of analyze JT that way a little bit. I mean, he threw what was, you know, an ill-advised pick against Clemson himself. That particular route that when Bennett threw his yesterday, I heard one speculation. They're not. I think it was intended for Bowers.
Yeah.
Bowers he might have cut his route off short.
Right.
Because if you think about it, when you look at that replay of that pick, that was grossly overthrown.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was significantly over his head. That tells you right there. Now, maybe Bennett got it wrong and thought that he was supposed to go deeper than that. And which, regardless of whether it was Bauer's fault or his own fault, the mistake was not a poorly thrown pass. It might have been dead money exactly where Bennett intended it to be.
True. That's true.
But one of the two. So I still think 100% you got to go with JT all the way to the win the national championship. And, you know, against a blowout, you know, still expected maybe with some other games, SEC games we have, you still want to keep getting JT plenty of snaps because, guys, we're living in the COVID world.
Right.
And at any point along, it could be the cocktail party, it could be the national championship, the SEC championship game, or any of the two CFP games, and all of a sudden, you know, you lose JT to COVID or an injury, which, you know, he has been shown to be a bit injury prone. We've got a pretty decent backup. Now, I actually would not be shocked at all if JT went down for a period of time and Bennett was the hero. I do believe he has that kind of capability, even though I still would go with JT. I don't have that confidence with Beck.
No.
And, of course, you know, it's not worth talking about BVG. So I think going forward, we couldn't be better QB-wise than what we are.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about who's our other quarterback? I can't remember his name. Right,
Vandergriff.
Vandergriff. Yeah. So nobody's even
Yeah.
talking about him at all. So I'm wondering if he's just not he's not showing, you know, the talent or the skills as compared to the other three quarterbacks. I mean, you know, he's just not. Is he redshirting? Is that what's happening, or what's the deal with him?
He would definitely redshirt. I can't imagine they would burn.
What I'm thinking,
play him that much.
And Beck redshirted last year, didn't he? Didn't Beck redshirt? Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to do that for no other reason for a class separation.
Right.
And I suspect that Gunner will do the same thing next year.
Yep.
With caveat to that, both Bennett and assumably JT will be gone. Now, JT would have the option, Bennett would not. So it's going to come down to Beck, BBG, or Gunner. And hey, I mean, Gunner come in as a true freshman and is that much better than those two guys. You know, Kirby can make that decision. But historically, true freshman quarterbacks, with some exceptions, have never done well in college football, Power 5 programs, but definitely the SEC. True freshman.
Right. So did y'all read where Gunner threw seven touchdowns? Or was it? He threw for 6 and scored 1. What was it?
Something like that.
He was responsible for 7 touchdowns, and he's done that like 6 times over his career. I mean, you know, I read an article. I don't know if it was 24/7 or whatever, but that he's really lighting it up. And
I wonder what kind of talent he is facing every week. He's in a very low division.
Yeah, he's in A, right? Yeah, but he has played. You know, he played against Vandergriff, right? And and didn't they beat him?
Yeah.
Didn't they? Yeah, and Vandergriff was in AA or AAA. I can't remember. It wasn't. I know it wasn't. He wasn't in one of the upper, you know, like 4A or 5A. I don't think. Was he Vandergriff?
No, I don't think so.
I don't. No, Vandergriff was at. He was at. What's it? Prince Street Baptist.
Yeah.
Where Rick used to attend. I've been to church there myself when I was a student at UGA. And they've got a pretty powerful private school program historically, and they won that level of state championship. And I'm always a bit skeptical at that, because I was always skeptical about D-Rob having the 5-star #1 wide receiver in the entire nation coming out of Savannah Christian, which I'm glad to see he's doing well against with Auburn. I hope he doesn't do well against Georgia, or at least not enough to beat them. And I would love to see D-Rob, get that NFL opportunity. But back to BBG, I think he's a bona fide Division I QB, but we'll just have to see.
Well, they say he's more Tebow-like, and you can kind of see that by just his physique. He's got that build, but isn't he left-handed too? Is Vander? I can't remember if he's left-handed or right-handed. But anyway, I would like to see him get some snaps. I really would. I guess we'll have to wait till next year. But so coming up, all right. So Beck is already redshirted, and he's. I'd say, would you say he's in line, I guess, to be the next quarterback, because Bennett will be gone, and then of course JT gets a choice, and say he bolts. So do you think it's going to be Beck, or do you think so Vandergriff is going to be his redshirt year will be over? He'll be a redshirt freshman, right?
Yeah.
And Beck will be a redshirt junior or sophomore. He'll be a redshirt sophomore. he'll be in his third year, but he's only had used 2 years of his football, collegiate eligibility to play football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have Beck, BBG, and Gunner all one class separation, with Beck being a redshirt sophomore,
Right.
and BBG redshirt freshman, and then assumably Gunner will not burn his red shirt, unless there again,
The necessity.
Fromm never redshirted,
Right. So it just depends on what the need is. So, because I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of confidence in Beck. Beck hasn't shown me anything. I don't know. I know he was what, a 4A or a 5A coming out of school. You know, he was pretty high ranked. I can't remember exactly what it was, but that's kind of notes we need to take too, to make sure that when we're talking about somebody, we know exactly what it is. We'll know if he was a 5-star or a 4-star. So when we know we're gonna be talking about individual players, then we need to do our homework and
Right.
So we're not saying, well, I think you did this. I think, no, we need to know.
Yeah.
And then maybe that's something, beforehand, we can decide, what player you want to take this week, which one, give us a group, like we'll watch about 4 players each, and we'll already have some notes on those 4 players. Right.
Right.
So, and then we'll just add to it what they did in the game. So, kind of and just get a jump on being prepared is what I'm thinking. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like
we pick
one
up.
of us take the receivers and the offensive line.
Yeah.
And take, know who's playing, who's starting, and somebody else take the secondary and the linebackers.
Yeah.
And somebody take the defensive line and the running backs. Split it up,
Mm-hmm.
So that you have information on it.
Yeah. So let me think. Well, what are your thoughts on that, Larry? As far as split and dividing, I guess, just so we don't have. We'll just have so we don't have every player we have to prepare for. Have maybe each one of us carry 3 or 4, or just like Randy said, maybe one of us will be responsible for the line, one will be responsible for the defense. I don't know. We're just kind of bouncing things around right now.
Yeah, I guess my first reaction is that that's maybe a little further down the road. Part of it, I think, is just initially learn how to not beleaguer on a player or a position. Just keep moving on with the conversation. Now, at some point, depending on how big this thing grows, hang on a minute, I got a kind of an emergency call coming through here. Hang on a minute.
Okay. All right.
I got one of my client companies got an employee that needs to talk to Chaplain real quick, or needs to talk. And so if they call in, I might have to jump off of here. But so yeah, I'm open to do that, guys. Taking each position groups, and we can do it that way, and it may become eventually necessary if we kind of evaluate a show and go, wow, this keeps happening. Where if we knew more internally about the team, that we won't have this situation, whatever that situation arises. If it's going to be an hour show, I really think the way that we all talk so much, especially me, if we all have prepared questions to ask, not that all of them are going to be asked, but just to make sure we don't have any dead, awkward time.
Right.
I think that's going to fill the hour, and And, there again, if we kind of get stumped on something, you just kind of keep moving on and don't beleaguer the point. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, because you don't know what somebody's going to ask when they call in. That's for sure. But you know how sometimes, and it happens probably every broadcast when like NBC or ABC or CBS, they've got some little tidbit about the players that is kind of personal, and it's like, well, let me think of an example. The Mannings, of course, Arch. There's a lot of background on him, and there's little bits of information that maybe somebody else didn't know, that they share on TV. At least that's, I've heard them do that several times, was share some information about a player that there's no way you would have known that, unless somebody told you. So, and right. Mostly it's a personal thing that just helped you to connect a little bit more, maybe relate to them a little bit more, like you watched the College World Series, the baseball College World Series.
Yeah.
Oh man, they do that a lot there. They'll dig it. They'll get some information on a lot of the players, and they'll share it, and it makes you connect more to that team and that player, and it makes it more interesting when you know things like that. But
now, I'll tell you another interesting thing that we could try to do some point, and it would be a sacrifice for all of us away from our families, watching the game with our families. But we're looking at the three of us, and we actually have room for one more screen.
Oh, yeah.
And if you were able to figure out how to put the game on the screen,
right.
And we literally be set up just like this and watch the game on the screen. Now we could have in the background an actual TV that, like, I'm watching it on that, but to someone viewing it, especially if they viewed it later on recording, it would be like a 3-hour thing if they wanted to. I'm not recommending we do that right now, but it's just something about the future.
So I still got some details to work out with graphics and all that stuff. And this weekend coming up, it's not going to be a real big weekend, right? I think the biggest game coming up is Notre Dame and Wisconsin or something like that this next weekend. Is that right? Have y'all looked at the schedule?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that it may change, but I don't think I would be ready to do it. I might. I don't know. We just have to see how it goes. I don't want to commit to this Saturday. I'd rather, if I'm going to commit to it, I'm going to give myself another week, and then it'll be the week after next when we start it.
That's fine with me.
I don't know. Things might move better and quicker than what I'm anticipating. I just know how long it's taken me to get to this point where I got sound and video worked out finally,
Right.
What I did was I bought a video capture card, and what that did was it's an external device or piece of hardware, however you want to relate to it, and it takes the load off of the PC. So it does all the processing in this little capture device, and then it takes the finished product and sends it to the laptop. So it takes a big load off of the laptop itself.
Along those same lines I was talking about a while ago, is that we can eventually consider, and there again, this could be something that we even do next year, is maybe not on all the games, but a lot of the games, eventually, there's a YouTube version,
yes.
35 to 45-minute version. Yep. It's every play,
right.
But it's just one play after another. And, we could experiment saying, once again, get that 4-box screen and just kind of extemporaneously comment on what we're seeing on the screen, even though the game, will have already been played.
I'm gonna try to find something real quick here. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm just gonna play with it. If y'all just bear with me just a second. I'm gonna go see if I can find YouTube. I was trying to get us on Facebook to do a test, just do a little test, but for some reason I'm having trouble getting it to come up. But I am working on that. I was hoping to get it. See if I can move this and move y'all. And it should show up down here at the bottom. There's YouTube. Can y'all see my screen? Can y'all see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a little box. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. Well, what I'm seeing is a blue box in your upper left-hand portion of the screen. And it's kind of hard to make out, to be honest with you, from a size standpoint.
So I'm going to, there's a post-game interview with JT. I'm going to see if I can bring it on. Let me see, how do I do that? I go to share. Let me see, hang on. Go to share here and get the link. All right. I can go back to OBS and see. Okay. All right,
yeah.
so check this out. So I can bring this up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and since it's mainly like an audio, now, is he listening to the question? Are you hearing anything, Kelly?
Okay, I'm hearing the interview.
Yeah,
Y'all
we're not hearing
the
it.
interview. You don't hear the
No.
interview. All right, hang on just a second. Let me see if I can fix that. So I need to see. Let's see here. Settings, playback.
This is speed.
Y'all could not hear that. All right, right. Y'all could not hear that.
No.
Okay. See, because this is the kind of thing, I'd like to do too, is bring up videos like an interview or something. We can talk about it while they're interviewing.
Yeah.
But I need to get it where y'all can hear it.
Now, when y'all see me on video, is the Georgia and the G the way it's supposed to be?
Yes.
Okay, because it's reversed on mine.
Yeah. So, it was reversed on mine too when I put that logo up there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. There's got to be a way. Let me see. Okay. Let me go ahead and close that. And now what I've got to do is go to browser properties and look how's the sound being taken care of here. Back out of that.
By the way, did y'all see where we stayed number 2?
We did.
Both in the AP and the coaches poll?
That's, I thought maybe they might consider bumping us up, but let me see.
I think, believe it or not, in the AP, we dropped in points.
Really?
And stayed the same in the coaches poll.
Dropped in points.
Yeah.
Well, that's odd. I don't know why we would do that, but let me see. I need video capture. Let me see what the properties are on it. But y'all can see it, right? You just can't hear it.
Listen to this. Yeah. Shane Beamer says, South Carolina coach Shane Beamer couldn't stress it enough in his post-game press conference. Georgia has the best defense in the nation. Quote, they've got like 100 5-star football players on their defense.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, I'm sure,
He says they have a defensive lineman that weighs 340 pounds, Jordan Davis, and runs better than everybody on this call. They've got five-star defensive backs. They're big and fit, physical and fast. I mean, other than that, they're really freaking good.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, like you needed more, right? All right. Y'all listen to this and see if you can hear anything now. Hear anything now? Let me see. Thing. Still not there, not there. Is he? Yeah, I guess he's being asked some questions. It is advanced browser. All right, let me do this. See if that helped. He's kind of frozen there right now, isn't he? No, he's moving a little bit. So that's some stuff I got to work. That's why I'm saying I don't know if I'll be ready by Friday because I've got to work out these details like this. So I got control audio via OBS, but I don't. Let me try one more thing here. That will help. Stop audio too. Let me try headphones.
Hey guys, listen for a minute. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm in the kitchen and I need to move so that Sarah can cook dinner.
Oh yeah, you gotta let them cook dinner. Ain't no doubt about that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna close out. Anything I want to run,
I'll let you know.
Yeah, you can send me a text. And Kelly, if you want to have another slow session next weekend to work on formats and stuff like that, I'll be happy to do it. Anything I want to do, just let me know.
All right, let me see. I think I might have. Let's see. Does anything? Not moving right now. Sure. Should be playing. No, I still don't hear it. So yeah, I got to work out those details here.
All right, you guys have a good day.
Hey.
All right, thanks, Randy.
Good,
All right.
good,
Hey,
good seeing you, Randy. We'll see you.
All right.
So I'm gonna get rid of this because it's not doing me any good right now. So I got that, and then so we're back now. Well, we were. There we are. Yeah. So I can. You're still, yeah, I see you moving. Just want to make sure you didn't freeze up. So that's kind of got us in the whole screen right there. But I am curious to what this video looks like. So I think I can bring it up. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right now. Okay. I want to stop it, and then I want to see if I can find it. So I'm gonna see if we can watch it through this OBS here. So I got a media source, and then add the source, and then.
Are you talking about the JT video?
The video I just did. The video I just turned off.
Now my screen still says recording. That you're recording.
Okay, are you recording it yourself?
No,
So it's not
I didn't do it
there.
intentionally. No, there's a record button of my own that
I'm not, I'm not in the process of recording.
The 19th. All right, hang on a minute. Let me see where it's going.
Well, I just realized that. Hey, so tell me something. You listen, you hear how I'm sounding right now? Tell me
Yeah.
if this sounds different. Wait a minute.
I think this is it right here.
It sounds a
What
little
now?
more clear.
What was that?
Hello. That's
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can hear you.
Wait a minute. I don't hear you. Why did
You don't hear me?
Oh, wait a minute. What the heck happened? Hang on a minute. That's weird. What? Huh.
Trying to share another. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I was trying to share that video and it's not coming up for some reason. I don't
Okay.
know.
So we get an echo. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Now, let me see. Does it sound a little bit better than what you were hearing before?
No, I like the other better.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What's the difference?
Well, can you see what I'm wearing right here next to my head?
Hang on just a second. Let me get out of this. Let me get back to the video.
I call it a bone
Yeah.
transmitter or something. It's not directly in my ears, and I have bad hearing and hearing loss and damage, and so this kind of resonates through my through the skull.
Right.
And so it has a microphone. So all along, I've been hearing you guys through this, and I hear you perfectly.
Right.
But I didn't realize until I checked that the microphone that I've been using has been coming from the laptop, not from this. So I switched it. So you're telling me that, and I'm going to switch it back. Are you hearing me okay now?
Yeah. Go ahead and talk a little bit more though. Are you back on the laptop?
Yeah, hang on a minute. The mic I am. Yeah, so now it should be coming from the microphone.
Notice a lot of difference then. Oh, I didn't.
Yep, you can't tell any different.
Not really. Go back to your headphones.
Hang on. All right, that should be my headphones now. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So I thought I heard a little. Yeah, I thought I heard a little crackle in it, but I'm not sure.
Now, hold your hand up if you can hear me, because I can't hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
That's weird, because when I switched this beforehand, I had to go in and I had to test the speakers.
Yeah, I really think it's better if you can't hear me.
I can hear you now.
Oh, you can? Okay. So I think I do think it's better if it's going through the PC. I do. It seems to have a little crackle. I've heard a couple of crackles in there when you had on your headphones. And I ran into a problem like that too. I thought, I'm gonna get me a set of headphones with a mic, and that way I'll have my mic and the headphones, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be a special set. It's got to have two cables. You got to have a receiving or headphone cable and then a mic cable, or else it's not going to work, because you can't plug into the headphone port and expect to be able to speak through it. You're only going to hear through it. You know what I mean? And vice versa, if you get it plugged into your input, then you're not going to be able to hear through it. At least not with this system anyway. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I'm going to need to bail out of here myself.
All right.
And so, you know, if we need to do it, you know, need to do another test run, I'm open to as many as we need to do.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find this video, and I might post it to YouTube and just leave it private, but I'll send y'all a link so you can check it out.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, sounds good. I think we got a good start on it anyway.
Yeah. Yes. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. So just thanks for pulling all this together, Kelly. Let us know what we do to help.
All right. Take care. Love y'all.
All right, man. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Close that. And